Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll get started here very shortly. Uh, I gotta get my little prep here. There we go. I just caught my thumb on fire. All right. So this is gonna eventually be like a standalone video. I'm gonna download the stream and then edit it, and if I flub and fuck it up a bunch, I'll cut it out. But hey, JP. But like I said, this is going to be a standalone video. So I'm going to go through my spiel here, and after I get done talking, we'll go to chat and we'll talk about it. All right. Why did VShojo fail? Well, VShojo was created November 24th, 2020, at the start of the boom of the Vtubers. When Hololive exploded on the scene here in the West, VTubers became a hot topic, and VShojo was created. And with the original members of Nanners, Zentrea, Ironmouse, Silverveil, Project Melody, Fruit, and Hame. All these VTubers were established. They already had a following, most of them in the millions, and it was a very good foundation to start a new VTubing corporation. Now, keep in mind, most corporations don't start with well-established talent. They usually, typically go, hey, we want to cultivate talent. We bring someone who does not have a large following, and we'll help them grow and guide them and help them and all that stuff. VShojo was different. They had established talents when they started. Example of this is Hololive. Hololive started with one talent, Sora. That was it. Then they added another talent. It wasn't until, I believe, 6 months to a year later, they started doing generations. But VShojo hit the ground running and was full steam ahead. Eventually, others joined, K-san and so forth. Former members of Nijisanji joined VShojo after they left. And everybody thought this was a good thing. But here we are. Basically, VShojo self-destructed due to incompetency, mismanagement of money, fraud, all that. Their slogan was talent first, but that wasn't the philosophy, really. We could blame the failure of VShojo on what we know about the mishandling of money and all that stuff, not paying talent, not paying artists and all that. But is that the real reason why they fail? That's the result, but not really the real reason why they failed. The information started coming out in Mousie's video here, why I left VShojo. A hint at a larger issue beyond money. It was a philosophy that caused the downfall of VShojo. That caused people who were joyful, like Tectone when VShojo fell, happy, ecstatic, because they were right that VShojo was a horrible company. Regardless of how those talents are feeling and hearing someone elated that the company fell, this could be seen as egotistical of people like Tectone and others talking about the downfall, but they just cared about the results. They don't understand the reason why it failed. They think it was money. No, it wasn't money. Money was the result. The money problems were the result, for the reason why VShojo failed. Machikon also has hinted about it in her videos. All the former talents of VShojo, Nanners, Keisan, Henya, Mousy, all of them have talked about the downfall of VShojo, the ramifications of their actions, the money part. But what was the real problem with VShojo? Why was it doomed to fail from the beginning? As we learn more, things become clearer as why things fail. It's the man at the top, Gunrun, his philosophies. Now, those who don't know, Gunrun comes from Twitch. And Twitch philosophy is, hey, we got to put YouTube out of business. We got to be the #1 platform on the web. Well, Gunrun's philosophy was we need to put Hololive out of business. We need to put Niji Sanji out of business. It wasn't about cultivating talent. It's, hey, let's get as many established stars that have large followings into our company. The problem with that is it's like having a baseball team. You can go get the big names and all that stuff. And yes, people will tune in. People will come watch the games to see those big names come to the plate and hit the ball or pitch the ball. But it's not sustainable. If you don't have a system in place where you can take a talent that may not have a large following, but there's something there, there's something special, and you can grow it, you can expand it, and you can make it a truly VShojo talent. And you can cultivate the talent first and elevate the talent. When you do that, you make money. This is a proven system. You look at various other companies, Niji Sanji, Hololive, Face Connect. But regardless of how we feel about Niji Sanji, they're very big in Japan. Same with Hololive. Hololive's big in Japan and the West. And Face Connect is huge here in the West. But what people don't see, Niji Sanji, Hololive, and Face Connect didn't start with established talent. They were small. They may have started out with anywhere from 1 to 4 talents, but none of these talents were established names. They created the names. They helped that talent to expand their horizons. They had a vision, and the talent shared that vision and helped pull that vision forward. Gunrun's vision is to tear down Hololive. Well, that's the wrong vision to have, because you're not focused on the right thing. One, your own company. You'll expend exceedingly amounts of money to try to tear down another company, when you should take that money to build your company up. He tried to barge into the Japanese market and spend an exorbitant amount of money to advertise in Japan. But it was all Western talent. That, while Western talent is popular in Japan, most Western talents don't know how to speak Japanese. is like me watching a Japanese VTuber. While I may be entertained by their antics, but I really don't know what they're saying. And after a while, I'll go watch something else. You know, or I'll just watch clips of Japanese talent. That's the same way it is in Japan. VShojo had Keisan. That was really the only Japanese talent that was there for an extended period of time. And yet, they fumbled the ball so hard because they weren't focusing on how do we be better, not get into other markets. Not saying they couldn't create a Japanese branch, but they shouldn't have been so gun-ho about it. They should say, okay, we're creating a Japanese branch, we're going to get Japanese talent, and we're going to grow. Not, we're going to get Japanese talent, and we're going to push Hololive, we're going to push Niji Sanji out of the market. It doesn't happen that way. You have to be focused on you. How can I make VShojo better? Well, you grow your own talent. We have heard Mousy, we heard Zentrea, we heard multiple talents say the same thing. We need talent, small talent, come into this company and breathe new life into it. Yes, bringing established talent is nice and everything, but we want to mentor people. We want to help smaller talents get bigger, get the confidence to expand their horizons. But Gunrun didn't want to do that. He was so focused on mainly Hololive that he lost the focus on what was important. His own company. That and the fact that he had another company. Which questions to where the money went. This is Gunrun's other company. He's the CEO of this company, Unlimited IRL. It's basically cameras. We're live streaming with cameras and all that. This is the same technology Mousy and other VTubers use to go around conventions, the tablets, and you see the robots. This was all created by this company. But until you have your ducks in a row and you have a system where you're cultivating talent and the talent makes you stronger and helps your profitability stabilize and grow, you cannot compete on the levels of Niji Sanji Hololive in Japan. You just can't. They're too well established in that country. It was an ant trying to fight an elephant. It just wasn't going to happen. They got squished. What they should have concentrated on, it was becoming a large VTubing corporation in the West. Something the opposite of what the Japanese VTuber companies do. VShojo should have concentrated on the West and tried to cultivate talent in Japan with the guidance of Kei-san, because she probably would love to mentor people. But that's not what they did. They were so focused on becoming the only VTubing company, they lost sight what was supposed to happen. Talent first. Cultivate your own talent. Help them. And if you help them, they help you. It helps your reputation. It helps you with your creativity. And it helps with your profitability. Because then if you show, hey, if you join VShojo, we're going to help you grow. We're going to help you be successful. People will come to you begging to join your company. And every once in a while, you can bring an established VTuber like Amelie in and expand on the system. Where if you have someone that sings real good or has this musical connection, Amin Lee can mentor that person to help them grow. Because she has years of experience of doing it. They never got a system in place to cultivate talent. The system in place was get established talent, make money off of them, and piss it away. Because we wanted to take down Hololive. We wanted to take down Niji Sanji. Well, the only thing that happened was VShojo destroyed themselves. Their mismanagement, their loss of vision, the loss of what was really important that needed to be taken care of. Talent first, always. So we're going to end this. And before we do, if you like this content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll end this on a song that Camilla did. She titled it Dear Gun Run, which I think is quite telling.
Abuse your power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not wanna lose your power, but having it so strange. She said you were a hero, you played the part. But you ruined her in a year, don't act like it was hard. And you swear you didn't know. No wonder why you didn't ask. You said you'd do what's right, but your silence overflows. How dare you? And how could you? Will you only feel bad when they find out if you could take it all back? Would you? Try not to abuse power. No, we didn't choose change. You might not but having it so strange. She thought that she was special and you made her feel like it was her fault. You were the devil, it's your appeal. Doesn't keep you in control, but yet it keep her in a cage. And you swear you didn't know. You said the one just got delayed. How dare you? And how could you? Will you only feel bad if it turns out that they kill your contract? Would you? Try not to abuse power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not wanna lose your power. Power isn't thin.
Run.
Save the truth for a rainy day. Are you listening to the whispering? Is it sinking in? 'Cause it's sickening. Will you take the bait while you suffer?
Fuck.
Vault access denied.
Ignorance is fast as
Game over. You died.
become a soldier for the controller.
Begin.
Are you listening to the whispering? Is it sinking in? 'Cause it's sickening. Will you take the bait while you suffocate? 'Cause you know something is creeping in. Are you listening to the whispering? Is it sinking in? 'Cause it's sickening. Will you take the bait while you suffocate? 'Cause you know something is creeping in the
Run.
Don't save the truth for a rainy day. Sonic Boom! Yeah, she's about to be, watch my eyes grow. Sipping hanging beans, smoking hydro. When I hit the reef, turning tighter. Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go. Gary hit him with the. Gary hit him with the. Gary hit him with the. It's looking like going back. Okay, let's spin that back. We spin that block for crabs. Let's see if that neck bitch gag. Let's see if she choked on dick. BB's on both my wrists. I was in the chum bucket. Now I'm out and on my zip. Hit the bitch with the guacamole. OGs. Turn dank to the guacamole. Can't hurt me, I'm with my OGs. Can't hurt me, stand the OP. Shit, told them less than piss. Where the pack at and they want it so bad. They've been asking where the crab at. Oh, that's me. Gonna own my.
Can you hear me now? Jesus Christ. That was a pain in the ass. According to OBS, you should all be able to hear me. Yeah, I heard. All right, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but I'm just hoping the first part everybody could hear me when I was doing the video. Okay, let me go through these comments again. Gunrun is a pure bad Twitch yeah, like I said, he ran VShojo like Twitch, where hey, I like this person, he makes us money, I don't like that person, we're going to talk bad about them. Okay, that's kind of what they did. That's kind of what he did. So 11 million venture capital and Nanners puking on the fancy bus and a rep. He spent a lot of money on stupid shit. A lot of that $11 million went to stupid stuff, and probably to his other company too. And he didn't have to get a whole bunch of billboards plastered in Japanese subways saying VShojo, where it had the Western talents up there, but no one's going to recognize those Western talents. You know? Let's see. Yeah, sound issue. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, Gunrun was so focused on trying to take down Hololive and all these Japanese companies who've been doing it long before 2020. I think Hololive, let's look it up. We'll look it up real fast, just to make sure I get the date, the times. Cover. Cover Corp was around for 4 years. Cover Corp's Hololive. For 4 years before VShojo was even a glimmer in anybody's eye. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any Color came into existence in 2017. So they've been around for a while. They got their system. Whether we like that system or not, they had a system. All right. They both ventured into the West almost at the same time. I think Cover Corp came in first with Myth, and then it just exploded. That's when Niji Sanji said, hey, we better get into the Western market. Now, I'm going to call this the Gargura problem, because Niji Sanji has the same philosophy. How do our towns get bigger than Gargura? Oh, you just let them do their shit. That's how you do it. Because I don't think anybody told Gura, the town behind Gura, hey, do this, do that, at the very beginning. All right? Those first 2 years, I don't think anybody told that town what to do, what games to stream, what music to cover, all that stuff. I think it was more along the lines, hey, go out there, have fun, just do your shit. And she exploded. Her natural talent came through. And then Niji Sanji was asking their talents, hey, what you going to do to become better than Gargura, bigger than Gargura? VShojo had the same problem. What do we do to get bigger than Gargura? Which they didn't even fucking realize they already had it. They had Iron Mouse. Someone that was just as chaotic, funny, talented, as the person behind Gargura, who's now Saba. You know, people don't follow companies really anymore. I turn into Hololive every once in a while. I'll catch a Callie stream, I'll catch a Kiara stream, or Ina stream, or one of the other talents at Hololive. Never watch anything from Niji Sanji, to be honest with you, because they always gave me Niji Sanji always kind of gave me a bad vibe type thing. I watched Iron Mouse. I've watched Project Mel. I've watched Nanners. I watched Silverveil before they were even part of VShojo. I followed the talent. And ever since all that mass graduations with Hololive, I've become more aware of indies and all that. And while I still think a small independent creator, VTuber, can learn a lot in a corporation, or the right corporation, like Face Connect, like Hololive, where they get help. No, they'll pay for singing lessons. They'll help you with, putting on concerts, dancing, and all that stuff. They deal with the merch side of that. You get a cut of it. They deal with the merch side. They'll help set up the concerts. You get a lot of help in a corporation as compared to being indie, where you got to do all this shit yourself. And the real problem is you got to find people that you can trust that kind of handle that stuff too. A manager, a distribution store, a merch store, all that stuff. You got to find people who are not going to try to rip you off. I keep on bringing up the shit that happened to Shia Lily and Bao, with people took money from them, and they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, that was what, a year and a half ago when that happened. The algorithm showed me Guri before she was Guri. I had to do research to find out. Oh, Gigi. I'm sorry, Gigi. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Onigiri. Sorry. I mean, now, if you look at the corporate scene, since all this shit's come down, I mean, all the talent left Hololive, the reputation of Niji Sanji, the standout companies Face Connect right at the moment. As far as here in the West, as far as people kind of gravitating to a new company. Let me find out. Okay, no problem. Hololive is not held in high regard as they were before. That was going to happen as soon as Gura left. And then to compound that with so many English members graduating and some of their long-term Japanese, Gigi Murren, oh yeah, the Italian. That's all you have to say, the Italian. People are, while they still love what's left of Myth, it's not the same without Gura and Ame there. That dynamic has changed wildly. And that's on the fault of the Hololive management. Like, these people wouldn't have graduated if they weren't happy. All right? Or, asking too much. Oh, we want you to be an idol. Well, I don't want to be a fucking idol. I want to stream games, have fun, make banter with my chat. You're taking that away. That's kind of what happened to Hololive. We all know what happened to Niji Sanji. God, I don't think I really have to explain that one. Phase Connect is 2020 Hololive English. They've never stopped that. From what I've been told, that's the way they've been, that's the way they are, and they're not going to fucking change from that because they're not going to fuck up the formula. which is smart. If you got something that works, don't try to fix it. Leave it alone. What VShojo did, what happened to VShojo, they never found what worked. Even though it was right in front of their fucking face, they never found what worked. They had all this talent. Nanners, Project Melody, Iron Mouse, Silver Veil, Hemi, Veve, Snuffy almost joined. They had all this wonderful talent. Now, if they had faith in that talent and grew talent that were smaller and they can help cultivate that talent, help expand that talent around, they would have been a lot stronger. Okay, the money would have came in. Maybe not as fast as they wanted to, but within VTuber agencies, anybody who's expecting fast money, expecting, hey, I'm going to make a VTuber agency and inside of a year, I'm going to be a billionaire. Oh, they're fucking wrong. Color Corp 2016. Any Color 2017. How long did it take them to get really, really big? I mean, it wasn't until after 2020, after the VTuber exploded, that they got big. My favorite VTuber agency, I think, is Valual. Small and good. I saw a VTuber debut today. It looked like a part of a generation. I couldn't find a company name. I don't know if she was independent or what. I sat there and watched it. She seemed entertaining. Let me close that. Viewer. Let me get through all this stuff. Yeah, I was watching some MasterChef. I like MasterChef. I know I just can't stream it. Where is she? No. Hey, now you can see what I watch on YouTube. Yeah, right here. Penny Puffball. She seems entertaining, but I don't think I think she's an independent. We'll go over here real fast. I can see if I could get a little bit more information. I don't want to do the whole stream for her, but she debuted 6 hours ago. There's nothing up here in chat. And let's go down here. There's no company name here. Yeah. I'm assuming she's an independent. She seemed entertaining. She seemed funny. You know, I just saw it and I popped in. I think it was like she was right about here. She's going over her card thing. You know, slap a subscribe, hit the bell, like you all did for me. She's independent, yeah. And you know, let's get to. I'm going to show you the model real fast. Okay, there's the model. Let's see if she does a full. Now I don't think she ever did throughout the whole thing. Well, there's a better look at the model. I mean, it's a nice looking model. You know, and she's not like a cat girl or anything like that. Not unless you're into cat girls. I mean, she looks like a normal human being with blue hair, which is like normal nowadays. Found Vtubers, only watched one so far. They're great. Tomato, oh gosh, Jesus, especially seems like a great idea. It's really good. Love her design. But you know, I see like this one. The reason why I thought she was part of because these, okay, you see them here? That's why I thought she's part of a corporation, because, no, debut watch-alongs, thank you all who watching my debut. They got all these other ones here. And I was thinking, hey, I guess this is a corporation? Don't know. But they could be just a bunch of independent VTubers that came together. I'm waiting for that to happen. Like I said, I think if anybody's going to do it, it will be Doobie, Numi, Saba, getting together and kind of sharing a manager type situation, sharing resources and all that. I kind of see that happening because they're such close friends. And it will help the person behind Saba get in touch with other independent VTubers, like Doobie has collaborated with multiple independent VTubers. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think with the VShojo girls, they have to get back in that groove of being independent, what they were before VShojo happened. Now they have to go back to that, and they have to get a team in place. That's the reason why you're not really seeing that many collabs from like Iron Malice. That's probably why we haven't seen Project Melody stream. Let's go to Twitch real fast. It's going to take a little while for them to adjust. Oh, yeah, okay. Doobie streaming. Yeah, Henya Doobie. Where is she? Let's run. Yeah, I follow a lot. Yeah, passer? And Momo almost joined? I mean, I don't think Project Melody is streamed in a while. When was Project Melody's last stream? Almost a month ago.
I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back!
Okay, almost a month ago since your last stream. Oh, Don. My rep, my collection got permanent ban from Twitch for being too. I have yet to. I don't like Twitch. I don't like the philosophy. I don't particularly like YouTube either, by the way. But I picked YouTube because, you know, they're an established platform. And, you know, maybe they can change for the better since they're going to come out with AI bullshit to do censoring instead of fucking policing their own goddamn platform like they're supposed to. But that's a different topic. But, you know, if you could kind of understand what I was saying, that's the reason why I think VShojo failed. They weren't focusing on VShojo. They were more concerned about taking down Niji Sanji, Hololive. You know, they were concerned about that. They should have grew themselves as a strong Western VTuber company that they could get some small independents and grow their own talent, but they couldn't do that. Pretty sure it was the AI that thing. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this stream here. Just so y'all know, I'm gonna start another stream. I'll show you here in a second. Where we're gonna show some love for the VShojo, the former VShojo girls. watch some clips, some of their clips, listen to some of their music, all that stuff, and rep and just have a good time over there. Killer, you can ask JP. We always have a great time. Oh, you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about because I didn't hit OK. There you go. See, we're gonna go to that stream, which is gonna be right after this one. After I take maybe about a 15-minute break, but I'll start that one right after this one, and I will play my opening music, which I constantly get dinged on. I gotta take asshole out of the streaming music, or just not play it. But so I'm ending this one right now. Thanks for being here. Once again, if you like this content, fuck me. If you like this content, motherfucker, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I'll see you at the next stream, okay?